people who have claimed a non-UK domicile of choice have moved abroad. It's going to be people who were originally UK born, of UK parents, and have now left the country. And it's going to affect them because when they come back to the UK, they're going to find themselves very quickly back in the UK tax net for income tax and capital gains tax, and then in the following year for inheritance tax. It's worth just understanding a little bit of the difference between the treatment of capital gains tax and income tax on the one hand and inheritance tax on the other. For capital gains tax and income tax, the moment your formally domiciled individual becomes UK tax resident once more, they'll be liable to tax on their worldwide income and gains. But for inheritance tax, that only takes place in the following tax year. So you get a free year in this country before you're back in the net. How's it going to affect formally domiciled individuals? It's going to change the tax treatment immediately that they return for income and capital gains tax purposes. So previously, if they retained their domicile of choice abroad, then they would continue to be taxed on a remittance basis of taxation, which meant that they would not pay UK income or capital gains tax unless either it was UK source income or gains, or they brought in the foreign income and gains into the UK. Now, what will happen is, the moment they become UK resident once more, they will be taxed on a worldwide basis on all of their income and gains and cannot enjoy the remittance basis of taxation, even if they're only here for a very short work period. It depends whether you are going to come to the UK or whether you're already here. If you're in the middle of a 3-year work placement here, then before the 6th of April, you should consider realising any gains or taking a distribution of income, if at all possible, because if you take it after the 6th of April, you'll immediately pay tax on it. Another example of things that people should consider doing is if they are beneficiaries of trusts, then they might consider taking a trust distribution. And a third thing that you should consider doing is if you have created trusts, you need to urgently look at whether those need to be wound up in advance of the 6th of April. If you're somebody who is a formally domiciled individual, but you're not yet coming to the UK, then you need to look before your year of return at doing the same sorts of things. Because once you get back into the UK, you'll be fully within the UK tax net. What is going to happen to those who are expats living outside the UK? Well, if you're never returning to the UK, then you needn't worry at all. But if you may come back in the future, then it makes a lot of sense to review your estate plan now. For instance, you may want to think about dismantling trusts which you've created, or at least dismantling them before you return to the UK. You would also want to look at triggering income and gains before you come back to the UK.